All right. Hey, Eisenberg kiddos. This is your math lesson for May 5th. And today we're going to continue working on recognizing the difference between multiplication and division word problems. That's something we've struggled a lot with this year. So we're really going to hit it hard this week and just keep practicing. But yesterday we practiced using the equal group strategy in order to help us with multiplication and division. And today we're going to switch it up and use a different strategy. One strategy we have used a little bit this year, here and there, and the other one we haven't really talked about yet. So the strategies that we're going to be using today are using repeated addition to do multiplication and using repeated subtraction to do division. Okay, so anytime that we're adding the same number over and over and over again, that's exactly the same as multiplication. And anytime we are taking the same amount away every time, that's the same as division, because really that number that you're adding repeatedly, those are your equal groups. And the number that you're taking away repeatedly, those are your equal groups, okay? So it's just a different way of thinking and doing the same exact thing, okay? So I have some word problems pulled up. You don't have this and you don't have to worry about it. I just needed to have some for us to use as examples. And we're just going to go through a few of these. So I'm going to start with number 1. And as I'm reading, I'm going to be thinking about, okay, first of all, is it a multiplication or division word problem? Because we need to know which operation to do before we can start. Then I'm going to be looking for, okay, once I know it's multiplication or division, what am I adding repeatedly, or what is being taken away repeatedly, okay? So remember yesterday we talked about, we know it's multiplication if they give us sets of things and they want us to find the total. We know it's division if they give us the total and they tell us to separate it or to divide it into equal or fair groups, okay? All right, so number 1 says, a contractor, which is somebody who helps build houses and things like that. A contractor was buying wall outlets for a new house he was building, okay? Each room needed 9 outlets. If the house has 3 rooms, how many outlets does he need total? Okay, so there's a big clue. They asked us for the total. So if we are finding the total, are we doing multiplication or division? Hopefully you said multiplication. If we find the total, we're doing multiplication. All right, so now let's think about what would we maybe be adding repeatedly? So think about what they told us. Each room needs 9 outlets, and the house has 3 rooms. Okay, so I'm thinking of it this way. I'm going to try to hold this so you guys can see it. All right, I am going to make a blank for each room of the house, okay? So there were 3 rooms, so that's blank, 1 room, plus 2 rooms, plus 3 rooms. Okay, so I remember they said each room needed 9 outlets. So the first room has 9, the second room has 9, and the third room has 9. So we have 9 plus 9 plus 9. I know that 9 plus 9 is 18. If I add another 9, I know that would be, I'm going to kind of squeeze it in over here. Should have left more room, Miss Eisenberg. 27. So this is exactly the same. See how you have 9, 1, 2, 3 times. So it's the same as 9 times 3 equals 27. Handy dandy, right? Let's do another one. Look at number 2. And remember, first thing we have to do is decide, this is multiplication or division. Haley had to complete 6 pages of homework. Each page had 6 problems on it. How many problems did she have to complete total? So again, We are finding the total. So is it multiplication or division? Multiplication. Okay. So now we have to think about what are we adding repeatedly. So it says each page has 6 problems on it. So I need to know how many pages there are. It says complete 6 pages of homework. All right. So I'm going to make my lines. Each line is going to be for a page of homework. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have six pages for my homework. And then every page has 6 problems. So that would be 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6. Okay? So I would group these into 12s because I know 6 plus 6 is 12. So here's a 12, here's a 12, here's a 12. So now I have 12 plus 12 plus 12. I know 12 plus 12 is 24, right? All right, so I can add this in my head. 24 plus 12, add a 10, that would be 34. Add the 1, that would be 36. So it looks like our answer is 36. So when we do 6 plus 6 plus 6 6 times, that is the same as 6 times 6. And our answer is 36. Okay? All right, let's look at another one. All right, so I've switched pages here, and if you're really paying attention, you probably know why. So we're going to look at this number 1, and remember, first we're going to think, is it multiplication or division? So it says, Tom bought several boxes of books at a yard sale and ended up with 12 books total. Oh, they gave us the total. So what does that mean we're going to do? Divide. Okay, so we already know we're going to do division and that we're starting with 12 total. Okay, if each box had 2 books, how many boxes did he buy? Okay, so we're going to use repeated subtraction today to try to do this, and we haven't done this before in class, so I want you to pay really, really close attention. So when we use repeated subtraction to divide, we're going to start with our total, just like we would in division. So they told us in the problem that we have 12 books total. So we start with our total, okay? Then you're going to take away the same number until you get to 0 and you can't take any more away. Okay, so just think of it as real life. So in our problem, he's got 12 books. So here's the 12 books he started with. He's putting 2 into every box. So he's taking away 2, putting them in the box, taking away 2, putting them in the box. Okay, so that's 12 minus 2. So if we put 2 in the box, that gives us, that gives us 10. So we still have 10 books left, right? So I'm going to take away another 2 books. So if I take away another 2 from the 10, now I have 8 books. Okay, take away 2 more. 8 minus 2 would be 6 books. And we're going to keep taking away books until we get to 0. Okay, it's hard to hold and show you at the same time because of my angle. Okay. You're just going to have to deal with my ugly numbers because I'm writing upside down. All right, so minus 2, take away another 2, that would be 4. Take away another 2, that would be 2. And then look what happens if I take another 2 away, I get to 0. So now here's the tricky part. 0 is not your answer. 0 just means that you don't have any books left to put into those boxes. You've done it all. The question asked, how many boxes do you need? Well, every place we have a 2 is a box because we put 2 in a box. So here's a box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hang on. Miss Eisenberg, did you see the mistake I made? I put a box around this 2. Why should I not put a box around that 2? Because it goes with the 12, Miss Eisenberg. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Hang on. Something went wrong. Not do anything wrong. I stopped to think and it was right. I don't know what's wrong with my brain this morning. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes. So that means if we have 12 books divided into groups of 2, our answer would be 6 boxes. Okay, let's do another one because that one got kind of crazy. All right, so let's do number 2. Katie is making bead necklaces for her friends. She has 25 beads, and each necklace takes 5 beads. How many necklaces can Katie make? Well, they told us the total number of beads. So I know I'm doing division. So if we're starting with 25 beads, that's our total. Okay, and now it says that each necklace gets 5 beads. So we're going to take away 5 beads to make one necklace. So if I take away 25 minus 5, now I have 20 beads left. Okay, so I got to take away another 5. That makes another necklace, and now I have 15 beads left. Take away another 5, I have 10 beads left. Take away another 5, I have 5 beads left. And then finally, if I take away another 5, now I don't have any beads left. I've used all my beads. Now remember, 0 is not the answer. We want to know how many necklaces was she able to make. Every 5 beads is a necklace. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So she was able to make 5 necklaces. So this is the same. We started with 25 beads. We divided them into groups of 5. And we ended up with 5 necklaces. So 25 divided by 5 is 5. Just give it a shot today. If the repeated subtraction strategy gets tricky after you try it a couple of times, then you can always use one of your other strategies like the equal group strategies. But I do want you to try the repeated subtraction strategy and the repeated addition strategy on your edge elastic work today. Okay? All right, let me know if you need help. I'll talk to you guys later.